Hello everyone. In this video, what we will see is how do we insert floor on these two building pads that we created in our earlier video. So there are two ways we can insert a floor. One is we can first insert a concrete slab and then we can insert or install on top of that a floor finish. In the second method, we can actually create a composite floor. So a floor that has a concrete slab and it has a floor finish on top of that, and then we can insert that. So we'll use the second method. So to create a floor, let's go to first floor because that's the level we'll be creating. Now we do not see our underlay here. So let's go back to site and click on this two-dimensional drawing that we're using as an underlay. And when you click on that, its properties are shown here. So if you look at its base level, it's right now sitting at level 1. So what we can do is we can bring it from here to first floor. And you can, when you click on this drop down, it should show you what levels are available. So select the first floor level, click apply, and let's go back to first floor and it shows up here. Now we can see that this is the profile of the floor at upper level, and this should be the square floor at a lower level. So let's go ahead and insert a floor. So click on floor and say architectural floor. The screen is gray. That means we can sketch now. But before we do that, we have to make sure two things. One is the level is correct within correct offset and the material is right. So we want this floor to be at first floor, which is, if you remember from our last discussion, which is at plus 1 foot 6 inches level. So the level is right. We do not need any offset. So offset is correct. So third thing we need to do is select a right floor. So there are already predefined types of floors. One is, for instance, 3-inch lightweight concrete on a 2-inch metal deck. There's a generic floor, there's a concrete slab, so on and so forth. You can go through these and explore them. Either you can use them the way they are, or you can also modify them. So for the purpose of this video, let's select a concrete slab 6-inch thick. Now right now it doesn't have any floor finish. So we will have to add that finish to this floor. To do that, we can edit its type. So click on edit type, and as you can see here, it has these parameters. So it has structure, and we can click on structure and we'll see that its function is interior, its fill pattern in graphics, the way it will show up is concrete, so on and so forth. So please go through these properties and check them. Before you modify this floor, it's very important that you duplicate it. Why? Because you do not want to modify system's family. So let's give it a different name. So concrete slab 6-inch thick with ceramic tile and click OK. So what we did, we actually, before modifying anything, we duplicated it and we renamed it. And now we can add a floor finish to this. So how do we do that? Click on edit, and as you can see right now, there are 3 layers. One is this, which is the structure, which is made of concrete, and its thickness is 6 inches, which is right here. And there are core boundary layers at the top and the bottom of this structure, which has 0-inch thickness. So let's insert a layer. Give it a category of floor finish. Now, we want this floor finish to show up at the top. So click on this and move it up. Let's select a material. So click here and let's go to our AEC material library. Under ceramic, let's add porcelain, linen, and let's use that. Let's apply that material. So it's porcelain, click OK. So we have selected the material. Now we have to give a thickness. So let's give it a thickness of 1/2 inch. Okay, the moment you will click somewhere else, that material will show up here, as you can see. Now, in some cases, you may not see this preview window. And the reason is this little arrow here. So if it shows up like this and you don't see that preview window, all you have to do is click on preview and it will show up. And right now it's a sectional view that you're looking at. So once you have added the layer, let's click on OK. Click OK. So now we have modified an existing systems family type to have a ceramic tile finish. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and draw the profile of the slab. So let's use pick line and let's pick these lines. Make sure it's a closed loop. So this is the floor that we want. Once this is done, click OK. And now we have created a floor. Now let's create another square floor here. Remember, it's at a lower level. So let's click on floor, architectural, and let's draw a floor here. Now we know that this level is 1 foot below this upper level. So let's select the level as level 1. Level 1. And let's give it an offset of 6 inches so that we can create floor at 6 inches level. Let's use the same floor. Let's draw the profile. The profile is perfect. Click OK. So now we have created these two floors at two different levels. So let's see them and make sure they are right there. So you see that there is a floor. And let me go and make it realistic. So you see that there is a concrete slab right here at upper level. Then there is a concrete slab with porcelain ceramic tile finish at a lower level. Let us go in sectional view and verify if everything is correct. So to create a sectional view, what we have to do is we have to go back to first floor, and to create a sectional view, we have to go to View tab, and you see this section tool. Click on this section tool. All you have to do is draw a sectional line. So let's see, if I want to cut a section right here, what I will do is I will draw a section cutting line. So I click there and I click on the other side. So I created this section. Let's create another section on the other side. So let's create a section through this lower slab and upper slab. So click here and then click on the other side. Now you can change this. So you see in the section line that we have detail of this drawing where you can find this section plus in which direction we are viewing it from, and we can change it. If you click on section line, you see this little arrow, click on that and it will move. So you can change the direction of viewing on this section line. So for now we are fine. So let's go to this section. When you created these two sections will be automatically created here. See here, section 1, section 2. So let's double click them. Now as you can see, we cannot see levels here. And the reason for that is that if you go in under properties, under extents, these are the extent of the view. For clipping, for far clipping, it is clip without line. So click here and say no clipping. So click on no clip, click OK, and now those levels will show up. You can click on this sectional view, and using these handles, you can actually expand it to show other levels. So if you zoom in, you can see here that there is a concrete slab and there is this building pad. But as you can see that the concrete slab is actually going inside this building pad. And the reason for that is that we have 1 foot 6 inches level, which considering that we have a 6-inch concrete slab. But now, because we have added ½ inch of ceramic tile on top of that, this actually has become 6.5 inch. So what we need to do, we need to give an offset to this floor slab so that we can move it and align it with the building pad. So an offset of ½ inch should work. So let's give it a ½ inch offset. And now you see that this is the level which is 1 foot 6 inches, which is aligned with the concrete, and then ½ inch floor finish is above this level. We can do the same for the lower level slab right here, so that you can see that it's going inside the building pad by ½ inch. So height offset, instead of 6, let's make it 6.5. So now we have checked the levels are perfect, the materials are good. So this is how you insert a floor slab. Thanks for watching.